just had to let you know.
Coach, autumn has come to New England. No place like it on earth this time of year. We are at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Cleveland Browns. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Right 20. Here it comes. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety. Kill.
Play action. It's gone. They'll roll him out right. They got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he's got this down to the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. And there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll run it. This is Michel. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Cut. 180. Kill.
Goff now looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Second down and goal. Goff. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. Again, Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Hey, Delta. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Come on, D. Check it back.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All day, just like that.
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now it's gone. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Browns drive about to get started. And, of course, coming off the safety the last time they had the football. I never want that.
No, that's pretty unique, too, isn't it? When you give up points that way and the scoreboard, you look up and it says 2-0, it can throw you a little bit. Let's see if they can put that to the side and move forward. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, so that's going to lead to a 3rd down. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Mayfield all going deep here for Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. He was looking for Landry that time.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths starting to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Meanwhile, here, a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 2nd and 16, Goff to Michel on the dump-off. New England on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. He looked like one of those guys.
So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But, hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
The 1st down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch the out.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
They come out here in the eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Switch it, come here, switch it.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Browns have taken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gone. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 77 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point try for Gostkowski. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Browns 14, Patriots 5.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. Fights free yet again. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now. Showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Damiere Byrd with touchdown number 7 on the year as they are able to cut into that lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty who got a hand in there to break that one up. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Browns drive about to get started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
I can't believe they not. Mine's 54. I got it.
Mayfield to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun. Gone. And Walker has it. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down. Goff now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Value three, value three. Hey, Echo.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
And again, it's Chubb. And an alley to run. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dietrich Wise. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I'll don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Trying to get it to Landry there. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Landry, the intended target. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. They'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Switch, switch.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let go. Come on. 180. Super 66. All right. Set.
Goff on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Super one. Super one. Listen. 52. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
From the gun, they run with Michel. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And it's Michel once again. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
And his kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throw it, Mayfield. And his throw here is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
It's a party now. It's a party. Regular. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the twins.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 42.
First down, Browns.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Mayfield on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
They'll run on first down. Michel. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
180. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check it out, Reed. Well, you won.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. And this is going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
First down, Cleveland.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield with it once more. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mayfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
The Browns on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
They'll run with Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in as his guys are back within a single score. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's not going to get me.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
A loss of a yard.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Pats, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.